Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. I've had some weird things happening as usual. I managed to bite my tongue. I bit it hard and it's been days and it still hurts. I have trouble eating, drinking, because it's just anything, just pressure, pressure from my tongue hitting something in my mouth hurts. So when I'm talking, I may not be doing this too long tonight because too much talking really bothers me. But we'll see. I realize that it's almost time for Camp NaNoWriMo in July, but I don't think I'm doing anything this time. I have absolutely no ideas. There's just nothing coming to me. I still am having trouble writing anything. So, hi Greg. Nice to see you. I was just saying how I bit my tongue, so I'm not sure how much. I bit it a few days ago, and I bit it so hard it still hurts. So I don't know how long tonight I'm going to stream because it hurts to talk. I don't know how to manage to do things like that. Like, really bit it hard, not just, a little bit, when you pull away real quick and it's not usually anything. No. I really bit it hard. You're a bit tired tonight, so you don't think you were right. Well, I can understand that. It just showed up because this is your Instagram message. Yeah, well, I thought I'd let you know. This was kind of last minute. But then again, like I said, I didn't realize how much, talking was going to hurt. Because I keep hitting that spot in my tongue. You know how when you get a sore, like on your lip or something, you're constantly biting it? Well, I'm constantly hitting my tongue where I bit it. So it hurts. So I may not be doing anything either. You wrote about 200 to 300 words yesterday. Well, that's cool. I haven't written anything in a couple of weeks. It's been at least a week. I don't know. I lose track of time. I have no idea what day it is. It was strange because today, normally my aide is here. She wasn't here today, so screwing me up for the weekend and trying to keep straight what today is. Now, because of that sore, as I'm talking, I'm spitting out of my mouth. It's not helping. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do anything. The sun's coming in that window behind me. And until the sun goes down, I can't do a thing. Sometimes it'll get to a certain point and you'll see a halo and it looks like the religious halo around the heads. It gets to that point sometimes too. I don't know where we are in the thing, whether it's past that or if that's still coming. I closed it off as much as I could. I put a piece of foil up there to try to block the sun, but it's just too much. There's just too much light coming in there. When I didn't think anything out when I laid this out. It never dawned on me about the sun being there. I mean, this is the best place for it, but it's not very good when you're going to be on a camera. Of course, at the time I wasn't on a camera, so I wouldn't even have thought about it. Unfortunately, it will change soon as the sun does go down. But that's still a while from now. And today's a sunny day. It's not a cloudy day, so it's sunny. I think I got my blog working again. I was having problems with it. When the domain ran out, whenever I tried to put my free domain address in, it would go to domain parked. So I contacted them, and they're giving me ideas, but nothing was working. And then finally one day it just started working. So I guess it took a while, but I don't remember it taking a while before. I stopped domains on my other blogs, and I don't remember them taking a while for them to do that. But the last time I tried it, anyhow, it was working. So hopefully it still is. This was kind of last minute, so I don't even know if anybody else will be showing up. And like I said, I may not be able to keep this up because this really hurts. I wish it would heal. I don't know what's taking so long. I really don't want to go to the doctor, so I'm not sure there's anything they can actually do for it. No, I may have to call them soon. It doesn't go away. Did you ever get your other program finished, or are you working on that still too? That sucks. I was never at a point where I had to decide on a program. We were always, because I was in class, so of course we were told what we had to do. We just had to figure out how to do it. But I guess in your case, you have to come up with the idea as well as figure out how to do it. I used to laugh at some of my programs because I always took the long way around. I never went from A to B. I always went from A to, Q and then R, and finally made it to Z. Oh, Lord. My programs were really, they all worked. They just, the logic in them wasn't too smart. My logic, I have problems with logic. Some of them were really wild. The teacher couldn't take them off, anything really off, because the programs all ran. It's just that there was stuff in there that didn't need to be in there. So it didn't affect my grade any. But if I was to work for a company doing that, they probably wouldn't be too happy with programs that took forever to get where they were going. And we were learning RPG. If you know what RPG is, you probably do. Which was stupid because RPG at that time was going out. And we were the last class they were teaching it to. And it's like, why did you waste all of our time and whatnot teaching us a program that is no longer being used? And for the most case, it wasn't, but there were still some places using it. And I actually ended up working in a place where it came in handy, and I had gotten rid of the book because I said, what's the sense of keeping this? Nobody uses it. So I asked my daughter, thankfully she still had her book, because there were things that it helped me. They had their database in an RPG program instead of regular Microsoft or whatever program. They used an RPG program to do their database. And so a lot of the commands and stuff were helpful. But of course, I got rid of the book thinking that it, wasn't any use. And then I ran into somebody, and she was like the top in her company to use that program. So she knew it very well. I said, well, they told us that this is basically not in use anymore. And, they wasted our whole class teaching us the program that wasn't even being used. That kind of annoyed me. We spent money for a class to learn programming, and then they teach you a program that doesn't get used anymore, basically, except for some companies that were still using it, like I said. Very annoying, but RPG was hard. Luckily, what I had to do. I had to do data entry into the database, and luckily I didn't have to program it or anything. I didn't have to write the programs. I just had to know what the commands were to enter the data I had to enter in, which was, fairly simple. But it was a very not user-friendly program. Well, RPG was really different. I mean, I was amazed at how much different it was than what we had been working with. Because it was almost like working with DOS. Very old-fashioned program. And that's what they said. Most companies no longer use it. So I don't know why they were teaching it. And we were the last class to get it, so stupid. But it did help when I got that job, because they happened to be one of the companies still using a program that was RPG based. I had that. We had Java, JavaScript, RPG. I think that was all they taught us. So basically, JavaScript and Java were the two main ones in use at the time. We had books on, I think, XML and all, but we didn't learn anything on them. I mean, they weren't part of the course. They gave us a book, but they didn't do any teaching in it. I don't know what that was for. And I know nothing about XML, except that it has a lot to do with web design, because my course was computer programming with web design. So we had to learn how to write programs to put into our websites to make and have them run using Java and JavaScript. I never could have done that as a living. I hated it while I was doing it in school. I was mainly interested in databases and web design. I wasn't really interested in programming, but that was the main subject of the course. So I had to learn it. And it helped, like you said, comes to program, you can teach fundamental concepts in almost any language. When I moved back to this job where I had to use no, it wasn't that job. It was the job before that. I had to use Fox Pro, which I didn't know anything about, but I was able to figure it out by what I knew from what I had learned. I was able to figure it out. And I wrote programs because I had to take huge amounts of data and fix it before I could upload it into the system. So I wrote programs to do that because I didn't have time to go over one line at a time and fix the mistakes. So I had to go in there, you know, but you had to be very careful because, like, if you put in there fix all THE, all thus, but if you didn't put the space there, any word that had THE in it would get changed. So I had to be very careful with what I wrote because I would end up screwing up the whole thing. Of course, I could go back to the day before because they backed up every night, but I didn't want to do that. I had to be very careful. But they were really surprised that I was able to do that because I don't think the other guy that was doing it before me was doing that. He was my boss now. He was my intermediate boss. There was another boss above us, but he was my intermediate boss. And it wasn't his idea, it was my idea. And, you know, I did that. And I don't know if he did any of that when he was doing that work or not. Well, let's see. Been 15 minutes. I guess I should have a sprint. You're not writing, so I'm not writing either. I don't know if anybody will come that's writing tonight. Go ahead and start a 20-minute sprint and see what happens. We got a few things to do, so. All right, I have a timer set for 20 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I'll see you in 20 minutes. Hello, Megan. Completely forgot it's Friday, and I don't even know what Charter's schedule is anymore. Oh, I don't keep track of too much anymore. I just I feel like streaming, I stream. I haven't gotten back into the habit, but I'm glad you missed me. I just have no story ideas, no desire to write. Having a really rough time of it. I just had a letter to write, so I wrote a letter and I addressed that. And then I read for a few minutes. I don't think I'm doing nano this camp because I have absolutely no ideas. Unless something magically appears between now and July 1st, I don't think I'll be doing it. Did you get anything done, Greg? I know you weren't writing. I'm tired. All I seem to do is sleep, read, and eat. That's it. It's the end of my life at this point. uh, oh boy. Might end up ending early. Between biting my tongue, which still hurts, which was a smart move, and being tired and not knowing what to do with myself, I might just end this early. It's not like I have anybody really participating much. A couple highs here and there. Greg, what does AFK mean? I'm not good with the initials. I have no idea what that means. If you're still here, that is. I thought about streaming last night, but then it got late and I decided against it. I don't have a schedule anymore, so I never know. I just kind of when I feel like it. I think having the schedule was part of my problem. It made it. That's why I don't have goals. The structure just it upsets me. Oh, you weren't there. Explain why you didn't answer. Because I asked what AFK stood for, because I don't know very many initials, so I wasn't sure what that meant. I forgot Charlie was streaming tonight, which is one reason why. Oh, away from keyboard. Okay. I'm not good with initials, unfortunately. Yeah, Charlie streaming tonight. Completely forgot. Lost track of people's schedules there all that time I was down. I had problems with my computer last week. I was afraid I fried another keyboard. Another hard drive. Since things weren't working, I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? The backup wasn't working. Now the backup seems to be working. I don't know if it's doing anything, if it's actually backing any up or not. It just says backed things up. When I do something, it'll say your file was backed up. I'm like, not sure what it backed up or where. Yeah, me and computers are not having very good luck. I used to have no problems with computers at all. I don't understand what the big thing is all of a sudden. Nothing works right. WordPress giving me issues. I think I finally got that straightened out. Because every time I tried to type in my free domain, the free one they give you, because that's what I have now, I'm not paying for it, and it would automatically transfer over to the pay one and then say it was parked. And I contacted them and they're telling me it can't do that. I said, don't tell me it can't do that. I'm sitting here watching it do it. They kept telling me it can't do that. It's not possible. Never trust anybody, I think. Anybody connected to computers. I mean, these people work for them and they're telling me these things. And I hate it when someone tells me it can't do it when it's sitting there doing it. Because my old boss used to do that to me. He'd say, it can't do that. Then you come over here and tell me what it's doing. Because it's doing it. And he's like, but it can't do that. I'm telling you, it's doing it. Then he'd come over and look at it and he's like, I don't understand this. I can't do that. Well, obviously it can do that. Or I can do that. Yeah, Windows. Me and computers just... And I'm at a point right now where I really don't care. Where I used to be, I'd spend my entire day on the computer, and now I don't really care to. Like just don't have any desire. It's really weird. So let's see what Charlie's got going on over here. Oop. Sorry about that. I forgot to unmute it. I forgot to mute it. Brain's backwards. Forgot to mute it. So he's only got, it just jumped to 9. It was 7 people. Now it says 9 people. Oh, because I just signed on. Duh. Somebody else signed on with me. He doesn't have that many people on. I guess just nobody wants to stream tonight. Or write tonight. Or anything tonight. You will be going to bed soon. I'll tell you the way I feel. That's what I feel like doing. Not that I didn't sleep. I slept all afternoon. I slept most of the morning, most of the afternoon, got up for a little while, and now I'm thinking about going back to bed again. I'm really tired. That's all these medicines do to me. They make me super tired. And then my pain management called and said that I have a new office to go to. So now I got to find that on Monday. It was nice of them to tell me that they moved the office before I drove to the old office. It was nice of them to let me know. Luckily, I happened to be awake, so I could be awake and write it down. I hope I wrote it down right. Jeez. That's all I need is to have written the wrong thing down. I think tonight might be just a bust. The people that are normally here don't seem to even be online. At least by Instagram standards, they're not online. I don't think I'm going to get too many people tonight. And you're going to bed soon. Megan's on Charlie's stream, so she's kind of popping around. I'll see. HK Darkwood has 4 people watching, so they're sprinting. They don't have too many people either. She usually has a lot. Not too many people. Not too many people sprinting. Nope. Nobody's hardly anybody sprinting, so I don't know. Everybody must be out doing things Friday night. I'm surprised 2 of the higher count sprints are very low. All right, Greg. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon, hopefully. Guess I'll do another sprint and see if anybody pops in. right. There's another sprint. All I did was read. No writing. Oh. Well, it doesn't look like tonight's going to be a very good night. I had 2 people pop in for a little while, and that was it. So I might as well stop because it's not comfortable sitting here, and my mouth hurts, and I'm talking to myself. So I think I'm just going to hop out of here. Nobody seems to be on. Or doing anything. So I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. Thanks to those of you who showed up tonight. Oh, hi, Gibberish. I was just getting ready to leave. There was nobody here, so Greg left and Megan said hi, and that was it. So I figured, well, I was going to end up going off. My mouth hurts because I bit my tongue. Nobody's here. Nobody seems to be much on Instagram, so I'd say offhand they're probably not online. Now my tongue really, I don't know why it's taken so long to heal. I don't think I bit it that hard. But it's in the right bad spot, so of course my teeth keep hitting it. And talking doesn't make it better because I have to, every time I talk, my tooth hits that spot on my tongue that hurts. So I've been trying, and I'm having trouble eating too because depending on what I eat, it hurts. So I've been trying to take it easy with food. It's got to go away soon here. It's just ridiculous. I want to go to the doctors because I bit my tongue. And I'm not sure what they could actually do. You started work in school and it's been hectic. Hope your tongue feels better. Try not to talk too much. Yeah, I'm trying not to. My aide's not around for the weekend, so I won't have to talk to her. And I usually don't have too many other people to talk to. And I don't think I'll be on here much longer because there's nobody here except for you. And you just got here. And I don't know if you planned on staying or not, but I was just about to hit the end stream button when you popped up. Yeah, and basically I have to talk and talk and talk, and it's not helping. I need I keep hoping in the morning when I wake up that it won't hurt. But as soon as I wake up, I try to take my first thing of pills or whatever. It irritates the area and it starts to hurt. I just bit it again. That's the other bad thing about doing that. When you do that, like when you bite, like the inside of your cheek, or you bite your tongue, you keep hitting the same area over and over again. Oh man, it doesn't look like too many other people are online, so I don't think anybody else is probably coming anyhow. Greg was here for about an hour, and then he went to bed, so I've been pretty much talking to myself. I had a few sprints, but nobody else has been around. Megan popped in to say hi, but she's on another stream right now. And I looked around, there's hardly anybody streaming. There's only a couple people, and they have very few people on their stream. So I don't know where everybody is. Everybody must have plans tonight. It's not a holiday, is it? So I think I'm gonna go. I have to finish my water before I go to bed, though. No matter what, I have to finish my water. I'm glad you caught me before I left, too. You be safe and take care as well. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now. Bye, everyone.